The following segment is sponsored by Intermountain Healthcare and the Utah Department of Health.
Hey, welcome back. We have Katrina Jensen here from Intermountain Moms, and today we're talking about ways to keep safe toys for Christmas. And I think the trouble is that sometimes you have a 5-year-old and then you have a 1.5-year-old.
Yeah.
And they don't always keep the toys separate.
Yeah, that's true, Mary. One of the things about keeping toys in appropriate places was one of the suggestions that I read about. Yes.
Okay, so what are appropriate? What are choking hazards?
Well, you know, making sure that you buy kids toys that are developmentally correct for their age. So most toys have labels on them, right? Boxes have labels. They have suggestions of ages. So that's one of the first things to pay attention to. Because sometimes you might have a toy that your child wants on their list, and then you go and look for it and you're going, it's not really that safe, or that it could be a choking hazard, just like you said. You mentioned the toilet paper roll just a few minutes ago. We were chatting, and if the toy can fit through the cardboard toilet paper, that is too small.
And that's too small. I think it was for 2 and under.
Yes, for 2 and under. That's a good thing. I think the other thing that I read about were these batteries. These batteries that kids can choke on. And batteries, you just have to be careful about what you're buying. Make sure that they're not the little tiny batteries that are the little round cell batteries. Or that if they are, they're secured. Yes, exactly.
They're the screw in.
The other thing was anything with cords, you know, for younger kids, it's better better to have a battery operated toy versus a cord, because a cord can be a choking hazard. Right. The length of the cord.
I guess it doesn't hurt to point out you need to think about the gifts you're buying for other people's kids. You might have a niece or nephew that you haven't seen in a while. You don't know how old they are or how big they are.
Right.
And just ask.
It's good to ask.
It's better to be safe.
The other thing we found was electronics, of course, always a topic that we've talked about so many times, but that if you're going to buy an iPad or some kind of electronic device or a new phone for a child that doesn't have a phone, to think about some of the rules that you want to surround that use with, so that you're clear on that and you discuss that with the child when they get the when they open up and they're so excited.
Rules before.
Just think ahead to what you want and what you expect for your family's rules in the house.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
always does make sense. And if you ever have any questions about I guess guidelines for raising kids, you can always go to Intermountain Moms on Facebook. Thanks so much, Katrina.
Thank you.